If you are watching this video, it means that I am no longer in the United States. My name is the Bug Out Guy, and I've been prepared for all kinds of different problems that we could potentially face. You know, things like 9/11, things like Katrina, things like World War III, things like a police state. And anyway, I'm leaving. I'm recording this now. I'm selling the house. I'm leaving on a plane. So anyway, I didn't want this to happen. I had hoped that people would wake up, that Americans would wake up and take their government back. And I'm not even talking about blood in the streets. I'm just talking about just stand up and say no. You know, instead of spending all your time thinking about sports and, you know, all that stuff, you know, pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to the illegal war in Libya. You know, look at, you know, what is it, Building 7 or Building 10? I can't remember. Building what? Anyway. Look at just, you know, we have no more freedom in this country. If you go through the Constitution step by step and the Bill of Rights, all that stuff's gone. The Patriot Act, the war on drugs, the war on whatever. The TSA, CIA, FBI, ATF, I mean, just, you know, just pick all your alphabet soup. You know, supposedly we're endowed by our Creator with, you know, individual rights. Well, all these individual rights are being trampled, and I see no way out. I see exactly how it went down in Nazi Germany now. This is how it happened, right here. Right here. Go Mavs! Go Mavs! It's like, you know, shut the hell up, man. Look around. You know? Look at what we're doing. You know? I mean, this is... the United States is going downhill. The Constitution is being abused. People are believing the crap they see on mass media. People are getting, you know, they're sticking their hands down people's pants. First at the airports and now on trains. Where does this end? This is slave training. I mean, it's all over. This, you know, so what I wanted to happen was I wanted my fellow Americans to wake up and say, hey, you know, things are not going good. Let's stand up and say no. Let's take our government back. Let's say, hey, you gotta follow the rule of law. You've got to follow the Constitution, you got to protect our individual rights, blah, 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 you know, and we've let the Federal Reserve and the bankers take us over. The big interests control our politicians. They're nothing more than puppets. So, I'd hope that Americans would wake up, but they're too stupid and too dumb and too into their TV shows and just plain lazy to get it. I mean, there's a few of you out there who know what I'm talking about, that see that if you go back and look at the Constitution, look at the Bill of Rights, and then look at where we are now, you know, it's all gone. All that stuff is gone. We learned nothing. History repeats itself. We are Rome. We are Rome. And we're in decline, and we're going to become a police state, and now I know what happened in Nazi Germany. I know how it happened. You know? Go Mavs! So anyway, I'm out. I'm leaving the country for an unknown destination. I'm, you know, like I said, I'm selling my house. I'm having a big garage sale. It's all going. So if you're watching this video, I'm gone. I'm not going to release this until I'm, like, you know, on the plane, or I don't know when I'll release it. But by the time you see this, I'm gone. I've decided not only to bug out of the city, I'm bugging out of this country. Maybe I'll come back someday, maybe I won't, but you know what? I'm not, I can't stay in this country the way it's going. This is not the American dream. This is not the America that, this is not the America that it should be. And the American people are not going to stand up. They're going to put up with this stuff, and this country is going to go down in flames. I mean, this country is just headed nowhere good. So I can't stay here. It's not in my best interest. I don't see it going anywhere good. So I'm going somewhere else. And where I'm going may not be actually the best place to go, but there's reasons that I have to go there, and I see it as being better than here. I mean, one of the things that's really bad about this country is we have this complete information control grid. They know everything you do, everything you buy, everything. I mean, this is like that movie Sandra Bullock, The Net. We are living in the net, and they're clamping down on that now. I mean, this Alex Jones guy. Now, Alex Jones, I don't necessarily believe everything that he talks about. But if you watch some Alex Jones, and then you watch some MSNBC and some CNN and Fox News and stuff like that, you're going to start to see, you do a little bit of research, there's a lot of stuff that Alex Jones says that sounds crazy, but it's not. I mean, conspiracy theory. I mean, do you think the killing of JFK was a conspiracy? I do. I don't think there's a lone gunman with a bolt-action rifle that had a really good shot from here, but waited till he was going away. I mean, the car's coming toward him in that window, and he could have shot at him, the limousine would have kept coming this way, right? And he still could have shot at him coming toward him and shot at him going away. But no, he waits till he's way down that way by the grassy knoll and then shoots at him like real quick and. So anyway, lots of people are going to say, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. It's like, yes, I am. And if you look up, please do this, look up the definition of conspiracy. And that's what I think is going on in this country. What's going on in this country is a collusion between big government and corporations and bankers and big money people. And I think they want to set themselves up as lords, and our role would be serfs. And I think they're bringing America down, and I think that, you bring it down, then you buy it cheap. And then you create a crisis, and then you say, hey, give me more power, and I'll solve the crisis for you. Even though they're the same ones that created the crisis. They create the crisis, and then you give them more power, to solve the crisis. So, I mean, it's a simple formula. And the American people won't stand up, or they haven't been pushed into a corner yet. And I don't know. I mean, you guys either need to stand up now, or you need to do what I'm doing and getting out. And I've lost my faith in you, American people, that you're going to stand up. I think you'll put up with anything. You won't ever stand up, and that's why I can't stay. If we could all stand up as one and say, "Hey, enough! We're not gonna vote for whoever the mass media says has a chance. We're gonna vote for somebody like Ron Paul, somebody that has a clue and believes in freedom, believes in the Constitution. But we won't. They voted for this big savior Obama, and I sort of kind of liked Bush. I am a Texan. I kind of liked Bush. He told the UN to go shove it. That's good. But if you look at everything, a lot of things that Bush did, I think, he did some very bad things, and I see a continuity of government moving toward this global, I see 1,000 points of light, new world order, big bankers, big, military industrial complex. I mean, it's just, go to alexjones.com and check out what some of Alex Jones says, and it's interesting, but I can tell you one thing. I don't believe everything that Alex Jones says or thinks. I don't believe everything on the website. But when you look at the mass media, I don't believe that stuff either. So you really have to use the internet and open up your mind and actually look at some of this stuff and see what's happening. But anyway, I'm making this long. So anyway, by the time you view this video, I'm out of here. I'm leaving this country because I don't think that you're awake enough or have the balls or both to stand up and say, enough of your tyranny, enough of you treading on my individual rights. I've lost my faith in you, so I'm leaving. So see you. Hopefully someday you guys will stand up and say, hey, we have individual rights, we have freedom, and we're not buying your crap anymore. You want to stick your hands down our pants when we go to the airport, and yet you leave the spanking border open. The guy who mows my lawn, where do you think he came from? He crossed. He walked right across. Well, what's Al Qaeda going to do? So anyway, I could go on and on with this, but you know what's going on. Read the Constitution, read the Bill of Rights, and then compare that to what we have now. And all our rights are gone, and we're moving faster and faster to an implosion of our economy. The government sticking their noses in our affairs, telling us what we can do, when we can do, and how we can do it. They want to control every facet of our lives. They're spying on us 24/7. They know where we are, what we do, what we buy, and they don't need a warrant anymore. And it's enough. We don't have any liberty in this country anymore. So I'm leaving on a jet plane. So when you see this video, I want you to ask yourself a question. Should I leave? Or should I stand up? Or should I get down on my effing knees and take whatever they give me? So 3 choices. It's up to you now. I'm gone.